What's up, everybody? What is up? Not really planning to do a whole lot on here tonight. Literally just starting up Final Fantasy IV. I'm only going to play for about 30 minutes because I want to get some 14 in. And also have a lot of things I have to do tomorrow, so I gotta kind of cut these short. So I'm probably only going to grind for about 30 minutes here. Give or take, really. Last night I got to the final boss, who is right up these stairs, and I cannot beat him right now. I am just underleveled, and I neglected to do a few things that would have helped me out. There's the levels. I would really like everybody to be up at least like I'm not really sure, maybe 3 to 5 levels, somewhere in there. That way I could go in there and feel a little bit more comfortable battling. So what I'm going to do, instead of jumping in there and dying yet again and going to a very, very dark place that I don't like to go, we're gonna just do a spot of grinding. It's grind day. What I'm really just gonna do is make my way back and forth to the save point. Truly, from here to there, it should supply me with a pretty sufficient experience to gain. I say that and then I barely run into any battles. Something I'm really gonna have to do is kind of, well, not really. I wish I knew a still list in this game. I should have tried to look one up. That would have been a nice key thing to have. Just like a still list, knowing which enemies you could steal certain things from. Maybe keep up like my same technique I was working on last night. It was gonna be a very odd day. Yesterday, did a lot of, actually made a lot of progress, you know, despite all the bad news. I wouldn't even call it bad news, just the mess ups. Despite all that, there was a lot of progress made. The ironic thing is today, is that on all 3 games, well, technically it's 2 games, the Red Mage and the Summoner stuck with a grind, and this party here stuck with a grind. I'll get through it though. Grind to the end if I have to. This character here isn't all that strong. Or I didn't think he would be all that strong. That's what I should have said. Not bad, but he has a long way of health. Honestly though, if I could just make my way up to the save point, grind that area out, I think I'll be pretty good there. Just run in, run out, grind away. Because after all, I won't need any more cottages as soon as you get to the boss. You go through a nice little cutscene, a good little story filler, and then you're kind of defeated, then rejuvenated, then pushed right back into battle. So no need to really worry about the cottages anymore, or having full health, or having the perfect mana. at this point in the game, really all they want to do is hurl that hardcore last boss at you, and everything else is kind of set in stone for you here. So that's one good thing to, you know, kind of look at and look forward to towards the end. I've got a way different attitude towards it today. Yesterday I just let it get to me when I shouldn't have, really. It won't. It may not happen again. I can't make any promises. But gonna grind, no doubt. Gonna have to grind from here on out. Honestly, it backfired on you, didn't it, buddy? But definitely gonna have to worry about grinding more in these games, especially when I play the older titles. I guess I've gotten myself so used to the new titles. Whoa, what am I doing? I've just gotten myself so used to the new titles that when I play one of these old titles, there's not as much going on, so I take a lot for granted. That's the best way I can really say it. Like, the fact that there's not a lot going on here right now. Normally, in like a newer title, I'd be going ham doing something, probably button spamming, where, you know, in these games, button spamming, you can do it all you want. All that you're doing is damaging your keyboard, which I somewhat did last night. Not too bad, really, but my directional pads stick a little bit now. I may have to run away from this battle, regrettably. I hope not. I didn't expect him to go through and reflect everybody, and then his reflect not do shit. He just got super healed. Maybe I can dispel it. Dispel him, but then he's just going to, it's okay. Not dispel him and cast stop on him. Will be perfect. Should be good now. Come on, Radio, get that stop off. Whew. Okay, that bought us some time. Let Rosa spam prayer for a while. Prayer. See if he has anything. I was talking about it a while ago and still haven't taken advantage of it. Lock curtain. It's not too bad. He has no reflect now, so we can just electrify the shit out of his head. Honestly, I should have been doing that ability more often too. I should have even taken the time out to go get Edge's spoon. That spoon, that alone would have probably put us around. The boss has 150,000 health. I grossed it up yesterday, And I've taken anywhere from 50,000 to 85,000 off. I got close to about 90,000 one battle. That's not quite where I should be, but no doubt. Just hit 70 and beat the main story. Wow. Brian, I'm psyched for you as well, man. That is legit. That is awesome. And William, hello. Glad you could jump in here. It has been a while. But, hey, you're here now, and that's the cool part. Brian, man. Congrats, no doubt. Hopefully it won't take me too long to catch up. I know they're already starting to release like patches and stuff, and I'm already behind on that. But hey, you know, no rush. Great game. Can't wait to join everybody when I get there. Freshly earned. Hopefully it won't take her too long to get that stop out there. I said it earlier, but I figured I'll say it again. I won't be playing this too long tonight. Shit, I probably should run from this before something bad happens. Unfortunately, it did not go as planned. Don't laser barrage us again. Okay, dude. Got too carried away, but yeah, I'm not playing this too long tonight. It's just all about grinding, that way I can avoid last night. That was just too much. In my own defense though, I planned on a 2-hour ending, and I somehow turned it into like 7 hours. And that's the most I've stayed on streaming in a day, like consecutively. Took a toll on me, I still feel it today. Gotta get used to stuff like that. I gotta get used to stuff like that. I did not walk this path early last time. I was afraid there was a... Ooh, I think this is a monster in a box. I wonder if the behemoth has anything. It sounds like a waste, but I'm actually gonna slow this thing, then stop it. And again, I know it sounds like a waste, but while I'm waiting on the stop, I want that thing to be going as slow as shit. These behemoths, they're rough. I can't remember if that said he had an item or not. I wasn't really paying attention. Couldn't still. Ooh, so he's got something. He's just trying to keep it. The last dungeon in Trial was amazing, super satisfying. It's awesome. How long is it? Does it take a long time? Is it hard? May not be able to stop this thing. I'll try it one more time. Couldn't steal. Yeah, we'll just let him attack. Stole a headband. No effect. Yeah. That may be all he had. He just killed somebody. No more items. Doesn't sound too bad. Sounds pretty average. So that's pretty cool. Let her get this healing spell, or Cecil, I mean. Then attack. Then you can actually survive. That counterattack. I'm gonna just try to end it. Plan on doing just a little bit more, putting a little bit more time into Final Fantasy 14 tonight than this, mainly just because I had what's the best way to call it, somewhat just mixed feelings about jumping in on this one today after I had everything yesterday. I just didn't want to like get mad for no reason. I mean, it is just a game. But I'm glad I did make the decision to come back in. After all, if I know myself and my past all well enough, that's usually those times where I put it down and don't pick it back up. And I don't want that to happen. I have to beat it. I've spent too much time. No, I'm not. A lot of people rage quitting. Well, a lot of people need to. Okay, now we're right there. Hopefully by the time I make it there, it won't be too bad of a issue for me. I would say I still have about 1.5 months till I even get caught up all the way. Maybe a month total. It's just, that is a long way. A lot of hours in gameplay to think about. I wish Big Bang, when that actually hit you, you were left with 1 health like you were just then. Gosh, that would be the sheet. Totally have 1 health rather than death. At least give you a chance to heal up. Power Sash. I honestly don't think any of this equipment's gonna help me out too much. No, it's actually bad. I had the headband a long time ago, so I don't need to use any of that. I'm not worried about that item either. If I'm right, it's like I think it's the Crystal Shield. And a lot of people will argue with you, but that last boss doesn't matter on your set stats. And maybe some defense, but Cecil alone already survives He's the one person that survives along with Kane. There's not really a whole lot more I could hope for to do with that. The fact that that last boss can use Bane and Flare, not Bane, Big Bang. I'm just gonna have her Black Magic. That move. I'm really surprised he survived that. Oh no, Kane wasn't on the ground. Couldn't reap those benefits. It's okay. All good. At least Maelstrom doesn't affect your MP. That'd be a bummer. I knew it was coming. Yes. Nope. Well, good thing I already had that lined up. Oh, I thought Rydia's attack had already gotten off. Not quite. Edge moves so fast. I gotta get Cecil back up. Honestly, I banked on the Azura doing it. Didn't happen the way I'd played on it though. He just did. Oh shit, he didn't get that experience. Damn. Then we're good. Honestly, last night when I got to this point and I noticed how strong a lot of these enemies actually were, I should have immediately... Weird. I should have immediately... Damn it, I should have cast slow on that thing. Realized though that I needed to grind. Oh no. I wish you could stop people from doing attacks. I don't know who in the world... Yes! That was too perfect. That shit never happens. Oh, that was just too awesome. Can't believe she got that dispel off right before the stop. I thought the stop was gonna hit, stop somebody randomly in the party. Obviously, I immediately thought it was gonna stop Rosa. Rosa wasn't gonna be able to get dispel off. Oh, that worked out great. Should have tried to steal something from this guy. Try to build some more health and MP back up. Because though we don't really need it for the boss, definitely need it now. Damn, I hate when prayers go unanswered. I'm just gonna save her MP a little bit. Spam still while I got the chance. And attack with game. I didn't read to see if he actually had an item or not. Light curtain. Come on with that prayer. Radia's only got 31 MP. 61. At least I got one off. I'm fighting a demon right now. I want to be awoken, but I do not want to drink an energy drink and stay awake too late. Really fighting myself right now. First day back at work after 4 days, and I'm telling you, it took a toll on Tonberry Disciple. Can't you stop on them? What if I can do something else to these guys? I can't use stop on them. But can I use instant death maybe? Now I can slow them down. Which slow isn't the best thing in the world. No effect. It definitely helps, but with him counterattacking every turn. Oh, maybe? Maybe that'll help. Probably shouldn't have had edge hit attack again, but what ifs? Hey, that worked. Counter Maelstrom. Yes, Brian. Actually, I have. One thing that really initially made me make that final decision on doing that, Brian, was randomly I would ask people what they wanted to see next, and not a lot of people would actually answer, which I understand, you know. A lot of people don't really like getting too interactive with stream chats. But for the ones that did, on the side, without telling anybody, I was taking tally on what they wanted to see next. And I'm not sure if it's because it's the newest thing coming out, Final Fantasy based, or if it's just, you know, the love in general for the game. It is great. But in the end, people basically stated that they would rather see Final Fantasy 12 next rather than either 5 or a random title. Well, it was actually tied between 5 and 15 at first, and then 12 just randomly blew them out of the water. But yeah, I plan on doing just a tad bit of 12. What? Rydia's whip will cast stop, but she can't do it herself. Now that is bully. Nah, it's not too bad. I would actually like to jump back into 12 if I'm being completely honest too. It has been a while. 12, 10, then 15. No doubt. I'll remember that. I'd really be excited to do 10. That game, so much nostalgia. The cool thing about those games as well is I know a lot more about those from anything from 7, 8, 9, 10, 10.2, yeah, don't put 10.2 on there. My knowledge on 10.2 is, now that I think about it, not that great. But 7 through 10, 12, of course, 13, only the first one though, I never played either one of the sequels. Oh no. I'll just have her attack for now. Well, that's probably a good thing. We'll have to have her use Dispel. Then the next round, pray. Damn, I did not expect him to die. I really wanted that to be a prey round. That's okay. Do it next time. But yeah, I'll have a lot less struggles with those games. 10, I wouldn't even mind doing a lot of the... Well, 10 and 12, I don't mind doing any of the side stuff on there. It doesn't take too long. 6 actually could have went on that list. I know quite a bit about 6 too. 6, It was a great game. I feel like it's underrated. Which, you know, that's a pretty typical Final Fantasy fan thing to say. Is, well, my favorite title, well, one of my favorite titles was underrated compared to the rest of the hot behind the other games. That is so common to hear. We all feel the same about whichever game it particularly is that we feel those feelings for. Damn. I'm gonna just, you know, not worry about the risk here. Just go ahead and take that one under the belt and get the next fight. That one went too sour too quick. My strategy went out the window. Ooh, now Rosa's getting low on MP. I'm gonna have to find something to stop and just spam prey on. The cool thing about when I get to Final Fantasy 15, whenever that does actually roll around, with that particular game, I've only beat it once. And I did play and beat the episode Gladiolus, but with episode Prompto, I'm letting myself go completely blind into that one. And I didn't do half the side quest either, which is something I'd really like to jump into with side quests on 15. My first playthrough was just all story based. I was so hopped up to want to know what the story was about. I'd watched the anime right before the release, so I was just super stoked about that. Still super stoked, honestly. I never really lost that. I honestly personally thought 15 was a great title. Great story behind it. Gotta wait for myself. Cure everybody here, then work on focusing on getting the edge back alive. I was hoping she would get that stop off. Come on with your raise. Oh my goodness. Yeah. 15. I was actually talking about the end boss with a buddy today at work who basically somehow talked into jumping in and playing that game. I guess coming in every day and He's a lot like me when it comes to a game with a good story. Every single day I would come in and talk about little parts of the game that he wouldn't understand. That way he would just hear these little fragments and just wonder and keep wondering, oh, if this story is so good, I've got to play it. At that time it was like, hooked ya. Now my buddy is nearing the end of chapter 13 and it is so hard not to give spoilers. I let him enjoy it on his own, but my goodness, having a buddy who is playing 15, it's awesome. Most of my other friends right now are either into Overwatch or Battlefield 1. If I would have worried about augments more in this game too, we would have been a lot better off. Just trying to think of what I wanted her to do. Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. Already making a lot of the progress I was hoping I would be able to make tonight, which is very, very, very satisfying to know. Although I was hoping that save point would have been just a little bit closer by. Whatevs. Starting off with Reflect this time. Oh wow. That sucks. Who is gonna get it? No effect. Good. Good, good, good. This monster here, its name is Death Mask. Actually is very strategic to be a rando encounter. Its little use bio on itself, wow, this thing just is relentless with this time. But cast Reflect on itself, then use bio on itself to come back at the party. And with Reflect being cast on everybody in the party, it literally just multiplies. The same thing with the healing spell that he's got. Casts heal on himself, comes back to us, goes back to him. Multiplies in strength. Insane. Did not go the way I'd wanted it to again. Oh Good thing there's these continues. How far am I? Let's see how far back it set me back. Hopefully not too far. Nope. Still 66. So literally not too bad. I was skeptical about continue when I first started all this, and now I love it. It's gonna actually have them defend for now. Until I can get all this other stuff off. Damn it, it did it again. It's just gonna move faster this way. I hate to really waste all these attacks, but definitely gonna get things going a lot faster like this. Oh my goodness. This thing just doesn't stop. Maybe we'll get it going again this time. If Stomp had a faster cast. It does not though. But hey, if it just keeps reflecting itself, I've got nothing but offense going at it. And it's not gonna, you know, it's only gonna favor in my way. I need to cast haste on Radiant, but it just seems like a waste. Damn this dude. If only her attack would hit stop. I just want to be able to spam for MP. I'm gonna keep it up. If it's gonna keep it up, I'm gonna keep it up. Let's see who wins this battle. You know, something I gotta say I really liked about the ending of Final Fantasy 15 was the whole basically how they did the same thing they did back in the day with Final Fantasy 7. Gave you a button for the end. I'm not gonna go into too many spoilers just because I don't know who has or hasn't played it. Oh wow, you asshole. You killed Rydia that time. Killed everybody. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. Except for Kane. Don't want to really run back and do that again. Focused too much that time on trying to do that weird little roundabout of moves that I've been working on. I'll just make him heal everybody. Save roses, bit of MP for battle. And we've made it back to all the save point, well, all these rooms and the save points. A storm! Damn, I already played this a little later than I wanted to. It's okay. Worst case scenario, I'll just stay up to about my usual point. Sometime in the near future though, I'm gonna have to take a day off of streaming. I don't want to, but I feel like I physically have to. I don't know when it'll be, and it's gonna be a while from now. But I just, I've gotta like, let my body just physically heal, you know. I gotta get all my serotonin built back up from staying up late all these nights. Just take a break for a day. Couldn't steal. What do you have? This spray's working. White thing. I'm not really sure what it does, but yes, we stole it. I don't know, I may not take a break from streaming. I love it too much. It's just sleep. There we go, another level gained. Screw it, why not? I usually run from these guys because they're not exactly the funnest battles. But you know what? Let's do it. Yeah, should have watched it. Sorry. Should have watched it. If I do another one and successfully get it off, we'll watch it go down. Why not? Well, we've all grown in experience, I'll say that much, and it is noticeable. Beam didn't kill anybody in one shot, and we actually killed it without having to run. That was the initial reason why I ran from them. They were strong. Edge still isn't fully healed. There we go. Bone Dragon. I think we can actually cast stop on this thing. You know, I've been super curious. I know that if you cast healing moves on the Bone Dragon here, he will actually... Couldn't still, what do you have? He will actually be damaged if you try to heal him. I wonder if you use death on him, if it actually heals him instead of doing damage. So I'm gonna have to try another time for sure. Oh shit, I was gonna steal with him. Oh well. Red Fang. Gotta go all the way over. And everybody, that makes our mark for the knot. We did decent. We got Rydia, Cecil, and Rosa up to 66, Edge and Kane up to 44. Tomorrow I plan on jumping in here and getting these characters up about 3 to 5 more levels or so. And then I'll attempt that end game again. But until then, everybody, I'm gonna get out of here, try to wake up a little bit, take a small break. And I'll see you on Final Fantasy XIV. On 14, we're actually going to be grinding on there some more as well. Gonna try to get some more conversations going on, also Final Fantasy based. If you're new here and this crazy screen hasn't already ran you off, be sure to subscribe to increase your chances to win the mini Tidus figure with the additional faces, additional swords, chocobo, and bliss ball. But it has definitely been one fun knot, made up for a lot that went down last night for sure. And we'll just try to keep everything so peachy up until then. The ending, we're there, just gotta be strong enough to do it. And hopefully you can catch me on 14. If not, you can catch me playing the Red Mage tomorrow. I'm in a grind on him as well. So grinding for tonight and part of tomorrow. But again, we'll be keeping all these conversations going, all these good conversations about the future of the channel, future of the games, what have you, different times playing the game, things you're going through playing the games, every little thing. It's always fun. But Brian, huge shout out to you. And William, glad you could jump in here tonight. Thank you for keeping the live chat alive. Hopefully you can catch me on 14. And again, if not tonight, maybe you can actually catch me on Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow before work. And if not, you can catch me here again tomorrow night doing somewhat the same thing. We'll just see how it goes if I actually decide on diving into that boss tomorrow night or not. But until then, I'm Tomberry Disciple, and I'm out of here, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe. Take it easy, everybody.